Queen of Shani and Charlie here, and I want to come at you guys with kind of an impromptu video here. It's kind of a spur of the moment, but I was getting ready to moisturize my locks, and I was just sitting here thinking that I'm going to change the maintenance of my hair, and I figured that I just do a video talking about palm rolling versus interlocking, since I've had my hair interlocked for over a year and I had my hair palm rolled for a year. So I kind of know the pros and cons of both, and I'm just going to share with you my personal experiences, my personal pros and cons of what it did to my hair and in my life. So let's just jump into it. And there are so many people out there that like to put the name loctician on them, and they have no idea what they're doing with interlocks, what they're doing with palm roll. They have no idea. So make sure knowledge is the key, that whoever is doing your hair, even if it's you, that you're knowledgeable on the technique that you're using so you won't cause any damage to your locks. So let's start with how I started my locks. I started my locks with 2-strand twists, and whenever it was time for me to maintenance my hair, I bought the $50 interlock tool from Amazon, and I would interlock my hair with that, and it would take like 2 or 3 days to interlock my hair because 315 locks. I had 315 locks at the time. Now I have 312. So it took like 3 days for me to interlock my hair. And I'm like, you know what, I just can't do this anymore. The reason that I chose interlocking to start is simply because, as you know, I garden. I'm always I'm gardening. I try to go out and do something in the garden at least once a day, or once every 2 days. I hike, I work out. I live in Georgia, so you have this crazy Georgia humidity and this crazy pollen flying everywhere. So I have to wash my hair a lot. And that's the reason why I have decided to go back to interlocking. The reason I like interlocking is because I can wash my hair and my retwist won't unravel. When my hair dries, it's still looking neat. It's not looking fuzzy, which I don't mind the thick roots. I don't mind it because it makes my hair look, you know, bigger, especially when I do like a braid out and twist out. It looks better when my roots are not done. But my hair is so thick down in here, my locks, they begin to like try to marry and grow together in the roots, and then I have to get them pulled apart. So I don't really like going through that. So I know, because some people ask which is better, interlocking or palm rolling. I don't think either one is better than the other one. Each one has their own pros and cons. They're both benefits, and each one has their own pros and cons. So I really think it depends on the person and that person's lifestyle and the look that that person's going for. So some benefits to interlocking is you can immediately wet your hair after you've interlocked your hair. You don't have to worry about it unraveling, so you can immediately wet or wash your hair. Benefit to interlocking is it lasts longer than palm rolling will last. Benefits to palm rolling is, I think this is everything I'm saying is me personally, how I feel and what I've experienced. I think with people who comb coil at the beginning or coil their hair at the beginning and palm roll their hair, I think their locks look a lot more uniform. They like have that like perfect like cylinder shape. Most people who palm roll. As far as interlocking, you don't get that cylinder, you don't get that cylinder look with interlocking. Like rolling, it takes a lot less time to do it. Whether you do it yourself or you have someone else to do it, it takes a lot less time to make your hair when you're palm rolling. So that is definitely a con to palm rolling. Some cons to palm rolling is your hair can easily become damaged if someone is palm rolling your hair, or you're palm rolling your hair and you really don't know what you're doing. It can be damaging because you can either palm roll your hair too tight, or you can palm roll your hair too much, and that's a con to palm rolling. Another con to palm rolling is you use products when you palm roll. When you interlock, you don't have to use any products. You use products when you're palm rolling. Most people use products. Some people just palm roll with water only, but most people out there use products. And there are some products out there that don't cause a lot of buildup, like Talia YG Lock It Up. I love it. It doesn't cause a lot of buildup in your hair. It doesn't leave that white residue. But you can actually interlock your hair, if you want to be completely product free and not have any residue or anything in your hair, you don't have to use any products when you're interlocking. Con to palm rolling is when it gets wet, it unravels. And even if you don't wash your hair to wet it, if you work out, if you sweat, if you know, have the kind of a very active lifestyle, it's hard to keep a retwist when you're very active, because if your hair sweats, your retwist is going to start unraveling. And with palm rolling, if you want it to keep you have to do it a lot more often than interlocking. Interlocking, where you can go a longer amount of time without having to maintenance your hair. So those are my cons for palm rolling. Interlocking, when it comes to pros for interlocking, you don't have to use any products when you're interlocking your hair. That's a plus, unless you just want to. It doesn't unravel when it gets wet, so you can sweat as much as you want to, you can wash your hair as much as you want to, and you won't have to worry about it unraveling. The only thing you have to worry about is just when your hair is growing out, just retightening your new growth. Interlocking does not have to be done as much as palm rolling, so you can go a longer amount of time and not have to put your hands in your head or mess with your hair. You can go a longer amount of time without having to do anything to your hair when you're interlocking. So I think the thing with smaller locks is you want to really leave your locks alone. You don't want to manipulate them too much because you don't want to cause them to break. And that's with large locks too, but I'm speaking of my size locks right now. But that's less manipulation, less chances for you to damage your locks or thinning your locks out. So I think they work better for smaller locks. So I can tell where my palm rolling stopped. My palm rolling started about right here. The reason I can tell that is because it's really feels like a braid down here, but it feels a lot smoother up in here. So from here on up is palm rolled. From here on down is interlocked. And I don't know if you can see it on this camera. You probably can't. But I can definitely feel it and notice the difference. I don't know if you were able to see that, but I can definitely feel it. The portion of my hair that was palm roll and the portion of my hair that was interlocked. The portion of my hair that was palm roll was a lot smoother, and where it was interlocked and twister and twist is bumpier there. So I think that palm rolling, just evident by my hair, it's a neater, more uniform look, the parts of my hair that are palm rolled than the parts of my hair that are interlocked. It's gonna be kind of weird because I'm gonna have braid looking parts, smooth, and then braid looking parts, but I have to go back to interlocking. At this point, I don't have a choice. It's either I'm going to start free forming or I'm going back to interlocking, and interlocking is pretty much my only choice right now. Another con, it could be a con, yeah, I guess it's a con to interlocking, is you have to have a lot of practice and patience when you're interlocking, because you want to get it right. You don't just want to jump up and start doing this stuff to your hair, because if you don't interlock your hair the right way, then you can leave holes in your locks, you can cause your locks to break, you can cause hair breakage, all of that. But you want to make sure that you have a lot of practice and patience before interlocking. Like palm rolling, it's pretty simple, it's just like it sounds. Like, who can't do this? The only thing with palm rolling is you just have to remember the direction that you twisted your hair or palm rolled your hair in the time before. You have to palm roll it in the same direction each time. But interlocking, it really takes a lot of practice and a lot of patience to master it. It took me a long time to start interlocking. A lot of my locks in the back got messed up because I ended up interlocking two locks together and pulling hair from one lock, so I didn't know how to work the needle. But when I slowed down, I kind of pretty much perfected it. And the final con I have for interlocks is it just takes a longer time to complete it. It can take me not long at all, maybe an hour or two to palm roll my hair. But it took me about all my off days. I had 3 off days, and all my off days were spent me interlocking my hair. So it takes a really long time to interlock my hair. But those are some pros and cons that I have personally experienced. My thoughts on interlocking as well as palm rolling. If you have more, let me know in the description box. Like I said, this was an impromptu video. It wasn't planned or anything, so I just kind of jumped into it. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and as usual, toodaloo, bye-bye. Alright guys, so thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Remember to like, to comment, to subscribe, and to share. Remember to subscribe. That is very, very important so you don't miss any future videos, and hit that bell. Anything else you want to see on this channel, please comment down below. Let me know, and I'll be more than happy to oblige. Thank you so much for watching, and as usual, toodaloo. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.